So this is the final video of the DC Universe Classics Series 8, and of course that means it's the Build-A-Figure. And this for this wave, it is Giganta. So let's start with the sculpt, and it's a pretty good, decent sculpt. It's her first big, large-sized female, and I don't think there's many to do. Maybe Elastigirl. If you notice, she's kind of floppy. Um, just really weak in some points, with in her legs, basically. Um, that's the one thing that I have a problem with. She's got the standard DC Universe Classics posability, even in this gigantic size. Her legs are limited by her little loincloth there, but she still has the upper thigh swivel and the lower thigh swivel, which is nice. Actually, I guess that's new. The upper thigh swivel and the lower thigh swivel. Although the lower thigh swivel does pull the sculpting out of whack, so it's not exactly something that I would try and move too much. She's got the knee and ankle movements, swivels and bends, and she has upper body swivel and a little bit of a side to side, not much. No crunching action, and she does not have any waist articulation down here. I'm not going to force it anymore to see if she does. The nice old belly button. Again, nice print. Leopard print loincloth. Very flexible. Yet not too flexible at the sides here, though, and that's where you get into the limitation of the legs. And I don't know if you can see it, but you can pick up on the hairs that are sculpted into the leopard print all over. Nice hair sculpt. I don't know, it could be a little bit better. It's a little too stylized, not enough lifelike, but she does have a lot more posability in her head, for some, than most female figures. Again, just because the hair gets in the way. Is she worth getting all the figures to collect? I don't know. I go back and forth between whether it's worth it or not. I was getting pretty much all the figures I wanted anyway, so for me, the Build-A-Figure was just a bonus. Mildly recommend her. Like I said, this is a series with a lot more obscure characters, so you might want to get her because she's one of the only female builder. I think she's the only female Build-A-Figures around. Just for that, she might be collectible. But if you're a Super Friends fan, that's another good reason to get her. But other than that, she's not bad. She's just not as good as some of the other ones that are coming down the line. Like, I'm really interested to see Trigon. I'm sure he'll be worth it. And Darkseid, I know, is going to be worth it. I'll now get into her backstory. Now, she first appears in Wonder Woman #9 in 1944, and that's when the character is named Professor Zool, Zool, and well, she's not Giganta, but Professor Zool evolves an ape, gorilla, into a strong woman. She's regular size, and she doesn't have any super, growth changing powers, size changing powers, but is just a really strong woman. She appears, I think, a couple of times, but then is forgotten for years and years and years, until the Super Friends, when they needed a female, another female character in the Legion of Doom, and then just recently has been brought into the DC universe, where Dr. Doris Zool, but pronounced Zool, which harkens back to that original character. She's dying, so she attempts to transfer her mind into Wonder Woman's body. And I believe that's in Wonder Woman #127, 1997. Sorry. And however, her plot fails. She ends up in the body of one of her testing animals. She's a scientist, because then you gotta have scientists gotta have animals to test on, and that's a gorilla. And so it's this gorilla with the mind of a scientist running around. Well, this gorilla with her mind in it abducts the body of a comatose strong woman named Olga, and she transfers her mind into this person, Olga. And she next shows up, and Olga looks exactly like the Giganta from the Super Friends, and she next shows up, and she has the size changing powers, which apparently Olga already had before Zool took over her body. So, and she's still running around the DC universe. So I'm just going to take a little time to go over her little Super Friends origin, which she's just out there horseback riding, and she steals the secret of growing from the Apache chief, who was at that time the Apache Brave, and she takes the powder, and it allows you to become 100 times more than what you are. And as she grows, she becomes 100 times more evil than she actually is. Yeah, so that's a neat little addition to her backstory. And of course, that goes into her powers. Pretty much covered. She grows. It's through magic, because it allows her to grow hundreds of feet without feeling anything. So that's the only thing. It's not anything that has to do with science. It's just magic. So anyway, that'll be her all their backstory, and pretty simple. So I guess that'll be it until Series 9 or my next video. Till my next video, so long.